sure Bottas thought he'd got him covered on that occasion. That was a long way back. And no drama, no smoky tyres, no craziness, no contact. It's, well, I was watching that from behind a pillar when he launched that move. Wow, an incredible move there from Daniel Ricciardo. And it's so easy to get too jumpy on the brake pedal and a little bit anxious on the controls and lock the tyres up. Sensational move. Overtake of the year for me so far, that was, because that was from a long way back.
Absolutely. And fair play to Valtteri Bottas. He didn't make it easy. Yeah. He stuck to his line. He left that car's width and trusted that Ricciardo could do what he did.
Yeah, well, you said Bottas saw it coming. I think it had needed the Hubble telescope to see that one coming, frankly, Crofty. That was out of the blue. Top draw.
And probably out of this world as well. Battle for 7th continues. Sergio Perez and Max Verstappen. Well, we've just seen what Ricciardo can do into the first chicane. Let's see what the young Dutchman's got up his sleeve now, because the Force India ahead, but not by much. The margin's about half a second as they cross the line. Can Verstappen stamp on the brakes late? Is he going to have a go? Just a little bit further behind, possibly, and elects to play it safe and go for it again.
Max Verstappen playing it safe, Crofty. Why do you reckon that might be?
I guess, Nana, let's keep pace going strong till the end. Grosjean is still out there on 18-lap-old options. He may come towards us.
Fernando Alonso not amused. Verstappen playing it safe because he thought he might have a go at the second chicane, and he did. And there goes the Force India off the track and squirming around as he tries to get on it, Sergio Perez. He put these soft tyres on, Martin, on lap 28. And to be fair to Verstappen, he's had his set of tyres on since lap 35. So he's probably played it safe because he knew that opportunity was going to come up again. But I take your point.
Yes.
He's had a few chats with a few people this weekend.
He's looked quite calm, hasn't he, in this race? But Button's going to catch Grosjean. Grosjean's P11 at the moment, catching him quickly. Could he catch Hulkenberg for a point? Don't think so.
Here we go again. Max Verstappen down the inside. Perez thought, do you know what? I've lost the place. There's no point trying to flat spot a tyre. I'll just take to the runoff area.
Door wide open. Verstappen walked through it. All fair enough. And Perez saw him at the last moment.
Meanwhile, your race leader, he is still out there. 12.3 seconds clear is Nico Rosberg. Kind of the second Sunday running where he's just had the benefit after the start of controlling the race the way he would want it.
And he's going to get to stand on, for me, what's the best podium geographically of the year. He's going under it now.
The one that extends out over the pit lane and towards the track, invites itself out to the fans to come and celebrate with the drivers. Just lapped Grosjean and Button as Nico Rosberg. See that scrap going on. Esteban Ocon running down in 18th place at the moment, now a couple of laps down on everybody else. Hamilton in second place, 12.5 seconds back on his teammates.
He lost it all within about 10 metres, didn't he? Yeah. He lost this race, or the chance to win this race, I should say. But there's not been a whole lot in it between race pace as we expected, although it sort of yo-yoed around, hasn't it? Got down to 9.5 seconds. At one point it was up over 15, 12.5 seconds the gap now. Hamilton had a bit of traffic in there as well, following the Ferraris, of course, early doors, and Bottas.
Meanwhile, Sebastian Vettel on course to end what has been a barren streak of races without a podium. He came into this race without one in any of the last 5 races, his worst run since joining Ferrari. So the Tifosi will have a podium to celebrate, and I think an important race for Ferrari to be picking up a podium. New engine upgrade, more about reliability than out-and-out power, and keeping my fingers crossed while I say this, looking reliable with 3 laps remaining. Ted.
Early I'll come back to you, Ted. Look how early the blue flags are waved at the back marks. No wonder they complain. He's 200 metres ahead. He probably can only just see him in the mirror, and he's being told to pull over. Goes past 3 of those or more, and he 4 or more, I should say, and he gets a penalty. Sorry, Ted, go for it.
And with 3 laps remaining, Alonso, Martin, has pitted for a new set of tyres.
I reckon he's after a fastest lap, Ted.
I think that's the only explanation I can think of.
Is there a trophy for fastest laps? There is, isn't
There's
there?
not even a chocolate bar for fastest lap, is there?
No, you don't get anything for individual race fastest laps unless you like your record book numbers.
You see, Kimi Raikkonen's just set a new fastest lap of the race.
Where's that pace been all afternoon?
He's got 43 fastest laps in Formula 1, second on the all-time list. Fernando Alonso might want to take it away from him. At least he's got something to fight about on that one. He comes back out into the race in 14th place. Do they look happy or glum or just concentrating?
I suppose best of the rest is perhaps
The best
what they could have hoped for this afternoon. Is there some kind of award for, is it DHL or is that pole position?
Well, I'm sure there used to be a fastest lap trophy once upon a time. People say there should be a point for a fastest lap as well.
Yes, and why they don't do that is they don't want a world championship, decided, say, on a Saturday with the points for pole or on a Sunday afternoon with points for fastest lap. I think they should be as well, as long as it's only, say, people in the top 10 like they do in GP2. You don't want people at the back just pitting constantly to try and get fastest lap. You've got to be a sort of a reasonable race contender to do that.
He's put a set of soft tyres on as well. maybe that laugh of Fernando Alonso gave the game away a few moments ago. Either way, more importantly here is Jenson Button really has closed up on Romain Grosjean. Ted, down to you. Ted, down to you.
Yes, sorry, Crofty. I was just looking down to the Ferrari pit wall. I think they should be well pleased with their afternoon. The new engine upgrade and the new engines have worked. If they don't want to take an engine penalty, they're going to have to be very, very frugal with their use. So that's why I think we've seen them use them well during this race. And a good race for Sebastian Vettel. Ably supported, I think you'd have to say that, for Kimi Raikkonen. It didn't really look like any point that Raikkonen would have the legs on him, not helped by the fact that Vettel had a better qualifying position. But very solid otherwise, and probably much needed.
Solid. I hear what you say, Ted, but, an unstressed Rosberg is nearly half a minute ahead of Raikkonen in 4th. He's not really had to push his Mercedes out front at all, has he?
No, not at all.
They've still got a lot of time to find.
Here comes Jenson Button, who's been finding time on Romain Grosjean lap after lap after lap, and he's getting closer on the Haas F1 as well. Can he put himself into 11th place as the race leader starts the final lap? Has a little look going into the first chicane. Jenson Button might want to resume this battle going into the second chicane. Nico Rosberg on course then, and on his final lap for a 21st career win in Formula 1. As through the Curva Grande we go now with Jenson Button. The chicane is looming large out in front. Fernando Alonso, his teammate, does set a fastest lap of this race. So that's what it was all about. Button will still continue that scrap, but Grosjean doing well to stay ahead of him as it stands at the moment.
I'd like to have heard the radio communication about that last-minute tyre change for Alonso. But as you say, at the moment at 25.3, and I don't think that's going to get troubled for fastest lap now in the closing stages. Very closing stages.
Nico Rosberg, who won, of course, the European Grand Prix in Baku and then had to play second fiddle to his Mercedes teammate in Austria and Silverstone and Hungary and, of course, in Germany. Came back after the summer break with victory from pole position in Spa. Didn't take pole at Monza, has never won before at Monza, but as the checkered flag is now in sight, he comes onto the main straight to win the Italian Grand Prix for the first time. It's Nico Rosberg who closes the gap at the championship lead to just 2 points. He takes victory. Hamilton, who started from pole, slipped down to 6th, has recovered to finish 2nd, and it's off to Singapore we go.
Button did not pass Grosjean. They finished 11th and 12th like that. Vettel on the podium.
It's his first podium in far too long for Sebastian Vettel. For Kimi Raikkonen, it's a 3rd and 4th place finish then for Ferrari. And Daniel Ricciardo will come home to take 5th place after a good scrap with Valtteri Bottas. He's one out in that particular scrap, but Ferrari ahead of Red Bull today for best of the rest. A race time of 1:17.28 seconds. Rosberg wins.
Excellent Excellent job, really good job on that first stint, Nicola. Just area under the curve, brilliant job.
Thank you very much, Thomas, thank you very much. Awesome guys, thank you very much. It's great to win here in Italy.
Great performer, very polite, under the curve.
Great to win in Italy. Hamilton, who wanted a third win in 3 consecutive years, as you say, Martin, slipped away from him really within 10 metres at the start of this race, and he was never in a position to recover fully and get past his teammate. Mercedes take a 4th 1-2 finish of the year after Australia, Russia and Hungary. He had 12 1-2s last year and 11 1-2s in 2014.
Be free, Sebastian, be free. Solid drive and enjoy the podium. Well done.
Grazie ragazzi, grazie a tutti. È stato il massimo,
Sebastian Vettel on the team radio, his first podium since Baku in the European Grand Prix. And we mentioned Ricciardo and Bottas 5th and 6th. Max Verstappen came home to finish 7th ahead of Sergio Perez, Felipe Massa and Nico Hülkenberg. And who is the driver of the day today? Rosberg did little wrong. Hamilton managed to recover. Ricciardo pulled out what you thought, Martin, was the overtake move of the season.
I'm trying to think of a better one from a controlled that far back at Monza with some skinny downforce. Which seems a good action, but that was right up there.
An important win. I mean, it was important to bounce back, wasn't it, for him at Spa, but to then back it up. And albeit, you know, his teammate had that poor start, but he then still had to fend off the early challenge from Sebastian Vettel and go and control the race. What does the Mercedes-Benz head of motorsport think about what's happened here at Monza this afternoon? He's with Ted now.
Why? What's that all about?
It's 1 and 2 in Monza. It's, you know, this is probably the most prestigious circuit. It's Ferrari land, and yeah, it just feels awesome.
I'm sure it feels awesome, but you were never challenged by any other team. It was just a fight between the two.
Yeah, maybe it was a bit boring to watch, but for us it was very exciting, and really that was for us an important race, going to the end of the season, scoring a 1 and 2, and our competitors not scoring very well, so I'm delighted.
Okay, we saw a lot of it was decided at the start. Do we know why Lewis got such a poor start off pole position?
Yeah, he said on the radio, you might have heard that, don't worry about the start, I made a mistake. I think there was just too much wheel spin.
Okay, thanks, Toto, well done.
1-2 in Monza, important for Toto Wolff, and you can see how important that is for Nico Rosberg as well. Crowd surfing with his mechanics and his engineers. What a different figure Nico Rosberg cuts, Martin, from some of the post-race non-celebrations we've seen from him when he's got beaten this season, and thought that massive gap that he pulled out in the opening few races was going to do him no good come Abu Dhabi. Does he believe he's back in with a chance now, do you think?
Well, as I said, it's a reset, isn't it? 2 points in it, 7 to go. Some pretty challenging Grand Prix coming up in terms of the long haul, in terms of the track layouts, temperatures, rainfall. You know, some really challenging races coming up. It's anybody's game between those two for the championship.
The European leg of the season may be over, but the season itself is far from being settled.
And of course, Mercedes were nowhere, were they, in Singapore last year?
Absolutely.
They just couldn't dial it in.
It's Sebastian Vettel and Ferrari's last pole position in front row. So there you go, a 1-2 for Mercedes and a 3-4 for Ferrari. Daniel Ricciardo completing the top 5 ahead of Bottas and Verstappen, Perez, Massa and Hülkenberg in the points. Jenson Button couldn't quite get past Romain Grosjean to finish 11th. Esteban Gutierrez still only has 1 point finish to his name after getting it all wrong at the start. Fernando Alonso finished 14th but did set the fastest lap of the race. Let's hear the drivers in the cool-down room.
Wie unten, ha? Glückwunsch.
Einer der wenigen Tage, wo ich mir gewünscht hätte, dass sie noch mal ein bisschen schneller sein.
Was sie dazwischen sind, ne? Ich glaube, war irgendwie 17 Sekunden davor, nach dem Stopp. Das war dann nicht mehr.
Mit dem Superstar gefällt,
Schade. Ich hatte dann keinen, der mich gezogen hat. Ich musste direkt von ihm ausweichen. Gott sei Dank bist du nicht gleich rübergeschossen. Sonst wäre ich eingekeilt gewesen. Ah ja.
Du gehst direkt für Nummer 1, oder?
Ich hab's nicht geplant da in der Mitte.
Ist dir wurscht, oder?
Du hast dich falsch platziert, dein Helm hättest du in der Mitte.
Must be a great feeling, Martin, for the drivers, standing there knowing that they're about to come and face these celebrations in a few moments' time.
It's always been a great podium to be up. I was lucky enough to be here in 92 on the podium, but at the other end of the paddock it was nothing like this. They really do go out. It must feel like being a pop star at the biggest ever concert.
Well, the music's playing and the fans are waiting down below. And first out, the man who's probably going to get the biggest cheer. The flag's there waiting for him. You almost feel he could actually leap from that podium onto the Ferrari flag and bounce straight back up again.
Cloud surf from a little bit above.
Here he comes.
Yeah, remarkably happy with the third place, aren't they? He's ahead of the Red Bulls. That's probably all they could hope for today.
Close the gap to 11 points, Ferrari with Red Bull in the Constructors' Championship. Lewis Hamilton. Boos for him or for Nico Rosberg, I wonder. I don't know why we've had boos at all today. Maybe it's just because it's not a Ferrari driver on the top step. It's Nico Rosberg. So Luca Lotti with a trophy for Nico Rosberg. Now we have seen better Italian Grand Prix, but I don't think Nico Rosberg will care one dot about that, Martin Brundle. Simon Coles receives the Constructors' Trophy for Mercedes. However you win a race, it's like a game of football. You can win 7-0 or win 1-0. The feeling of victory still the same.
They need a factory just for the trophies, aren't they, in a couple of years' time, Mercedes?
And that's what all the fans down below want to cheer. Sebastian Vettel and Ferrari back on the podium.
That's why he wanted to be a Ferrari driver.
It's a ticker-tape reception for the three drivers. Magnificent scenes of celebration at Monza. And as the European season finishes its final leg, we head off now to Singapore with 2 points separating the top two in the Formula One World Championship. Nico Rosberg wins in Monza for the first time, and he really is right back in it now. The gap at one stage, 43 points in his favour. In Germany, it was 19 points in Lewis Hamilton's favour. Said after the summer break, it was a clean slate and he was starting the season all over again. Well, it is a little bit like the start of the season, I suppose. He's won the opening 2 races after that summer break. Microphones at the ready. It's time to hear the drivers being interviewed. Former Jordan team boss Eddie Jordan on the podium this afternoon, conducting the interviews.
Monza! Ciao, amigo! Tifosi, ciao, ciao. Complimente! Nico Rosberg, ladies and gentlemen. Nico, I don't need to tell you, your 50th podium, your 21st race win, and more importantly, his first win in Monza!
Thank you very much, everybody. It's absolutely amazing. It's a very special day for me. I'm very happy to finally have made to win here in Italy. You guys are unbelievable, and it just makes it phenomenal to be up here. So thank you very much, and I'm going to enjoy this day.
Come on, tell us a little bit about the race. It was pretty much trouble-free. Could you sort of control it from the front all the time, apart from the pit stop?
It was all down to the start. I had an awesome start, and that made the win, so it was all there.
Well, we'll be back to you in a second. Ladies and gentlemen, we know this man. Come on. How good is it to be here in front of all you people, you adoring fans? Lewis, was it all down to the start?
Firstly, look at this crowd. A big thank you to everyone for coming out. This is the best crowd we get all year. This is incredible.
It doesn't get any better. Take an applause.
Yeah,
well done.
But yeah, obviously the start wasn't great, but it's still a great day for Mercedes-Benz, and I'm proud to be a part of it.
But, you know, I've got to say, 12 races gone, 2 points between you two guys. I mean, it's all to play for, isn't it? It's fantastic for us, the fans.
Yeah, it's good for you guys. I don't know if it's fantastic for fans in the sense that there should have been more of us racing. There should be a bigger race between Ferrari and us this weekend. But hopefully in the future there will be.
I think you were referring to Ferrari there, and we'll go and talk to him in a second. And you can imagine the roar that he'll get. But I'll come back. Lewis, fantastic. Well done. And well done yesterday. Great qualifying. Sebastian, first of all, it's hard to believe this, isn't it? It's unbelievable.
Unbelievable. This is the best podium in the world. Noi, Ferrari, abbiamo I migliori tifosi di mondo. Grazie, grazie a tutti, grazie per venire, grazie.
I mean, this is dream time, but nevertheless, I've got to ask you the question. When do you think, and how soon, can you take these boys from Mercedes on? How soon can you be on the top of the podium?
Well, we try. We're working very hard. I mean, they are doing a very good job, so you have to say well done and show them the respect for what they achieved the last couple of years. But we're fighting. I'm sure Ferrari will come back. I can't make any promises about when, but I know that we will. So keep believing, keep it up. We believe in it, and I'm sure we will succeed.
Well, I think the people here, why don't you just say a few words to them in their Italian tongue?
Un'altra volta, grazie mille, grazie. Noi siamo Ferrari, grazie.
Nico, a wonderful day for you. Can you describe it?
Oh yeah, it's unbelievable. I mean, this makes it unbelievable, and I feel a part of me is Italian in a way, you know, because I have a lot of friends and grew up with the culture, so all the more special.
Do you
feel... Italian. Let's go to Italian.
Volete
che parliamo italiano? Siete i migliori del mondo, veramente, incredibile. Grazie mille, troppo bello. Proviamolo.
We knew you were a driver, but we didn't know you were a member of the White Stripes. But anyway, please tell us, you've come back from the summer break and you've won those 2 races. You're like a new man, aren't you? What's happened to you?
No, I'm feeling great. The race is on with Lewis, of course. It's always going to be a great battle, and look forward to what's to come.
Monza, grazie mille!
Grazie!